The voice behind this own diary. Before this episode will start, I must tell you that has been a little cricket sounds, a little family sounds that I had on my house, but that doesn't matter. I keep the calm, I keep the vibe is still with me in the podcast. So just warning that you might be hear a little cricket sounds. I did the best that I could to turn off those noises. But anyway, enjoy the podcast episode. And sorry for being late. I know it's not cute for me, but as well. Enjoy the episode. You will learn so much. So let's go back to the episode. Hello again, and welcome to the Ways Behind the Scenes. Yeah, and we are again with the laundry in the background. It's already folded mostly, but gently reminded that you should also do your laundry. And I've been a little bit busy with everything home. You know that I'm a homebody. I don't actually live a lot home. Even though I do that daily, but just when I buy bread. You know me as well. If you didn't know, hi, my name is sorry. If you're welcome to this new episode of the podcast, welcome as well. I began a time where I want to give myself a week without even trying as well. So my apologies for that. I've been having many things. My grandpa is being medical things. My stuffs were like over the place, and I've been finding myself in this blockage of like energetically speaking, which I don't understand why. Maybe because also I go to the doctor and yeah. But first of all, big shout out to the person that picked this outfit. I never would pick that if it wasn't for you as well. If you know, you know. But like this is kind of see-through because they asked me something that really see-through. I don't know if you can tell, but like the design is more giving. As well, I'm not wearing nails because I don't know. You cannot do massage with nails as well, and I need to also did make therapy to my grandpa because he needs a little bit massage. It's personal thing, so it's just keep that he needs therapy, massage, and that's it. And I don't want to get deep in that, but what I do want to get deep into that is just because we have blockages, and I want to be quicker with this episode because when I talk about it, I talk about it. But I'm going to talk about the first thing to actually unlock your soul and to stop to having problems, materialistically speaking, is first of all looking for yourself, because a lot of times I've been seeing that people that repress the bad emotions and like they are always angry or repeating, they always have something breaking, if that makes sense. Because most of the time when I think about it, like see something really like kintsugi, such as a Chinese or Japanese, I feel like it's an Asian type of mindset that they had, that basically you fix something that you had materialistically speaking with gold. So every single scar you fix it and you make it even better. So the same way you might look at yourself, but the scars that you might be creating with gold will be the lessons you were learning by the things and the objects that might be breaking. Because even though to me, the much that I love to write and being doing a lot of things, even though about my song that was late but honest, shout out to that as well. It will come out soon, I promise. I record this, we publish soon. But that song actually is also blocked me in the sense of my earphones. So when I always think about someone being created emotionally speaking, having everything okay in check, I always sometimes look up over the space, because even though the earphones on somebody could tell you how predominantly the energy is of somebody, you might be asking why. The right side is the side of male side, the left side is the female side. So whenever you might be asking what is wrong with him or something, maybe look about the earphones. And this happened to me multiple times. I'm talking about 15 earphones as we're speaking, 16 with the last one that it kind of happened. But it's not the black that I had, another from wire earphone, but it's another one that I had before that. And basically is that I did have problems when I want to be more in my predominantly male energy. My left side will always be breaking, but I want when I want to be in my emotional side, the left side will be okay and the right side will be broken. So whenever you are having these thoughts of like, even though it's something so lame as an earphone, look deeper in that. You maybe ask yourself more about what is the feeling that I'm bringing to this space, such as kintsugi that people have, such as like, fixing with gold. You can maybe have that as stuff by fixing this earphone, taking to the store or something, but also as well reflecting what happened. And not everything will be related to what is breaking, but whenever that we have emotions really, really overwhelming, so the space could be equal, there always needs to be also something breaking. And because as well you don't have maybe the sense of like this, you always could be voluntarily and voluntarily breaking these things, because it could happen when you have your anger blocking you here. I always talk about this because I am an advocate in PTSD. You cannot forget that you need to be calm. Doesn't matter what. But like it's something we might be breaking a bottle, chain, something. Even though that we have this belief in my community, um, I don't know, in some religious style that whenever a had a necklace is breaking, it's because it's protecting you from bad energy. Whenever that we have energy such as, I don't know, something so simple as maybe be a necklace, a cross, even though the Catholic beliefs in Christian beliefs, and that is every single belief is something they're breaking. They always show up. It's seven kintsugi. They give more value to that because they know that that is more powerful than the reflection that we have for other things or other objects. That is a key difference between kintsugi and other type of beliefs, that we had the belief, the remarkable belief that we need to heal on ourselves with a reflection by that. But in other beliefs that throw up because they want to move on and continue with life. So those type of beliefs are different, and you need to focus into the fact of reflection. They reflect and they throw up, but they reflect and they make it look more beautiful. So that's the meaning for everything. Even though that we have problems spiritually speaking, such as the heart chakra, the, I don't know, mind, even though sexually speaking, because most of the time when, let's say, called awakening, sexual awakening that most people have been having, they always portray as a woman that is a grown adult that is maybe being playful, maybe wants to be conquering someone, but it's not just like that. I've been conquering. I don't know, but like for the way that I conquer and the way that I've been playful is not just portrayed as being this type of grown old women that you need to bring and stuff like that. And even though every time that I ask a grown adult, a grown man, grown women, these kind of things, they always will be scared to answer me that. Why you might be scared to answer me that? Because it's really basic, the answer, and it's also correlated with the fact that, give you a little example. Picture a little girl. She loves maybe enjoying being in the garden, being like that. Have you ever will push this girl as a grown adult, maybe doing something like soccer, but like more sensual type thing, dressed like soccer? She even didn't touch a ball. She didn't even want to touch that ball that is of soccer. Do you even want to like trick her into like, oh my gosh, let's have a talk about soccer and blah blah blah? Never. In your life, never. But maybe you will be more into plants, maybe with poems and metaphors about plants and stuff like that. Maybe grass, maybe like, let me touch you like grass so softly and see through your sunshine of feelings, something like that. That's the way that she will might be getting in through. and that's the way that she can maybe look forward. That makes sense. In that sense, whenever that you have this type of blockages, such as called sensualness, sacral energy, sexual energy, even though me that I take therapy, they always ask me certain type of things. What do you like? Essentially, did I like nature? Did I like music? And according to that, the focus and the treatment will be different. When I take therapy, always was that. So the same way that you treat that, why not treat your sensuality as well? You don't need to push yourself to do something that you don't want to just because you want to prove that you have sensuality. I always am playful with my community when I'm even sending DMs, not in a way that I consider bad or wrong, just in a way that they might feel comfortable with as well. It's not about anything related to that, but if you've been DM me, you've been knowing as well this. But just in a way that I consider it will be appropriate to everybody, and not everybody is the same. Some people are more vocal, some people are more ears, such as me, some people are more poetically speaking, and some people are more about shapes and textures in videos. That's how you get through that. Even though to me I consider beautiful, some people have been like doing metaphors with like manga, stuff like that, because I understand a little bit of that. I mean, not full completely, but I do understand. This even though happened to me when I get a raise, a flirting message or like something like that by somebody that was quoting a dating app that I didn't know, because generally I'm not on dating apps. So they told me that, and I was like, and they were like, so that's the first point. Know your niche, not only with what you want to bring to your work within yourself. Know what you like, and according to that, you will be with the inner child in those stages as well. Because once she is nurtured, she will even want to give more as a female energy. And the male energy always wants to be pleased. They will say it, don't say it explicitly, not explicitly. They will not be keeping that around you, but they always want to feel noticed as well. Us as women want to be noticed, um, biologically, not biologically speaking, even though we want to be noticed. As a woman, as a man, as a them, we want to be noticed. But we want, when we are looking into how we want to present the world in that area, is not only about what we feel, what we love, what we are like, because not a lot of people love to wear lingerie. Not a lot of people love to wear tiny clothing. Not a lot of people might wear certain type of things, and that is okay as well. You don't need to force somebody who really didn't have that to maybe something like that, but we can adapt. As for example, something really funny that I saw when I was shopping one time is that they had those Minecraft kind of underwear, but for women. They had that for men. They had texture for men. They had texture for women. Different type of underwear in terms of clothing, and I paid really extra attention, and they really were like getting into that. But when it comes to other areas such as unblocking, maybe in terms of work and motivation, even though that something that I've been going through my mind is just about, for example, procrastination, productive. How in this world you might call something that is procrastination something that is also productive as well? Because most of the time when we want to look for procrastination stuffs, it's just about making time, as you might call it, because you actually didn't make time, but you spend your time doing something that is not timeless, is short term. That entangled feeling of procrastination productive, such as maybe something that really happened to me is that yesterday I get to my mom and I was like, I'm worried for you because her bank account was not working. I want to check and help her because not only she's been having a lot of problems and I know a little bit of that. So in my mind I had those stuffs going on and I was like, I'm going to help you. But like at the end of the day, she was an adult as my mom. You might be thinking. But the feeling that I got was just that I want to, in my mind, help her. but I actually wasn't because she knows more than me, and don't say it because she even though teach me how to send some money and like coming back, bank account and stuff. But the core feeling that I have to tell is that whenever that we want to look into something that we feel that we think is worthless, is not worthless. Like, it's not, because most of the time all of the things that we call procrastination productive is just the short time, to make short time. I will set an example. Something called procrastination productive maybe will be like washing your dishes, something that you can do in 15 minutes, 30 minutes if you're lazy max. And something that is timeless, such as getting a job, will be maybe more in your procrastination list, like later I will do, but now you will just want to focus on to washing the dishes, cleaning the house, doing the laundry, but like that is something short term. What is the main focus is because you are feeling scared to maybe getting a job, and that is something that is more timeless. And I've been seeing that the feeling that you got from something that you might be considered more easy, such as everything that is labeled such as procrastination productive, is just short term. But everything that you consider that is just actually what you need to do, that you are procrastinating for in a productive, not productive way, is timeless. And because those things have a weight more bigger than other things such as washing the dishes, doing the laundry, because it's something that you are used to do, you are maybe we're putting your energy into those stuff rather than what you actually need to do. Okay, so there is no such thing as being productive and procrastinating. It's just, maybe think about it, what do you spend more your time on? Maybe it could be scrolling, maybe it could be looking at social media, maybe you could be different type of things, and look forward into something that even though could happen to you, because there being apps that teach you, but like you might be calling it red pill content that we have in there with social media. Even though I took the time to even do a couple videos, but it's just the fact of like getting into videos to motivate yourself. But the purpose of that is just after you did the task, you at the end of the day will look at those videos, and then you will be motivated for the next day. You will not be sitting like a stiff, and you will be motivated by these videos and do nothing. That is not the purpose of that videos. The purpose of that is just to be motivated at the end of the day, or when you start the day, to just be up. Okay, so for those things, you don't need to be overspending, such as productive procrastination. Even though when you scroll, when you look at social media, you just need to do it. Those kind of things will be the reward, or the thing that it will be something that you add maybe to what you already have. Okay, the flow that you call, oh my gosh, the flow, I'm just going to look and how you have the tools. You don't need to look for more tools. If something work for you, why do you need to look for something more? Like, it's dating. Like, if you are really happy married, what are you looking for? Something that it takes you to build, I don't know, 2 years. I give up sometimes in techniques that I consider 365, a lot of it. I just keep rejournaling. That's the way that it worked for me. That's the way that it happened to me. Subliminals as well. It was a lot of work. But what it worked for me, where I feel comfortable and in peace with that. It doesn't affect anyone as well. Conscience, don't my quote, but it's just to be focused into what we can fix. We need to let it hear, like, productive procrastination is equal to short-term solutions that our minds love. They really gag that. But when it comes to something timeless, such as getting a job, getting a career, getting a degree, getting in this, getting that, studying for the exam, not watching porn, being productive, meditating, journaling, working out, there is something timeless that you can still build, but like your mind love the little reward. So with that in mind, start to call it productive procrastination, because it's not that deep. It's just your mind getting new things to do short term. You might even though set a timer. It will be more and more and more and timeless to do what you need to do rather than being here. That's what I've been also recording this episode because I wanted to record about something else, but you already know what I want to talk about. So that's the key of this episode. Okay, and to end this little thing, this episode is that when I was wanting to make this song about Let's Be Honest, I really was having a lot of things on mind. I really was wanting to record maybe more videos, maybe getting into hikes, maybe getting into these things, maybe getting into a lot of things, but I really didn't have the time. That's what I'm telling you. I just set up one night, I was with myself alone. I was looking at social media, and something that popped on my TikTok was like, I'd rather regret what I said than regret that I didn't say it. And that really hit me. I was like, that is a calling. That's a genuine calling because I feel really off from all those feelings that I have within myself, all those kind of excuses that I was putting on myself. Not because I will offend somebody, not because I do not have somebody. So maybe somebody wants to reach out to me, how they might feel about guys. And those kind of things might pop up a little bit. And I was like, okay, I'm alone. I'm single. I'm safe. I can do this. And I find the beat. I start to be rapping a little bit. And I changed to be like more settled, and it changed to be rap, and it changed to be violent, and then I've been like, be for real. You're scared because somebody might not like it. You're scared because that is because of that. And I told myself that I sit up with myself in the studio. I mean, he's going to stand in front of me. I don't know what I call a studio, but I was again in my room and I recorded the song, and it is I just that's what I love, the feeling of posting before and then release it, because I have the fresh feeling of like I didn't have it, and that's it. It's not actually planned, because I feel that once you overthink a little bit more, it's like you nurture the feeling of anxiousness, and that I don't love, and that's my own tool. That's my little touch to making my own songs. So pretty much from my experience, I've been telling you that that is what I find out between procrastination, not procrastination, and having all of these things. When it comes to blockages, emotional, maybe to bond that you are not able to fix, such as a death of somebody, or grieving something that you don't have, or grieving feelings that you might not enjoy, or grieving the future that you never had. For example, to me, even though my major, it was something that it cost me a little bit, but at the end of the day, you need to look out for a light as well. The job that I will be having when I finish this study will be more flexible than the one that I have with pharmacy, but it will be something that will allow me to be more creative rather than being sitting in a desk. It will not be remarkable as I'm this kind of this, but like it won't be a lot of baggage for me rather than what I've been currently up to study. So that's the kind of way that I've been juggling a little bit, been getting into that, and accepting that just because it doesn't happen to you now doesn't mean that will happen to you tomorrow. And this is something that is really funny, but whatever that you want, it wants you as well. Okay? Whatever that you want, it will want you as well. Because this happened multiple times. I really didn't want this microphone. I really didn't want this microphone. I was thinking maybe it's not for me. It's not like I see people with cheaper things working better, but like if it worked, if I had the energy there for whatever, I could maybe manifest this, and it really did. But something to have in mind is just that be open to yourself, to know yourself better is different than be open to yourself to portray that to other people to know you better. With that is that we always show the best. We always show the best. And just because somebody portrays their life being sunshine and rainbows doesn't mean that they have that. Most of people struggle with insecurities, stuff like that. But see social media as a canvas. Don't see like as a blank mirror that you have one side and another side. Just a canvas that you can portray, you can construct your life however you want to. And that's it. The best way to unblock your problems is what I already told you. And when it comes to physical things, be more careful. Learn as well, because I lost a pinky one time. I lost a nail, and that was really funny because I didn't notice. It just fall off. But I'm learning as well. I'm not learning when to do another doing my manicure. I'm not learning when to do another doing my lips, doing my makeup. That is a progress as well for you. If you see videos how to block somebody, even though emotionally speaking, see more on that a little bit deeper, because when you think about it, just that maybe something is not that good sometimes, because even though it happened to me with girls, I was like, even though this girl that was from like Ireland that I was looking, and she like I met her randomly, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be friends with you, but like she had a tight calendar, so I wouldn't be able to talk to her often, go out as a friend, because I'm over the fact of having a partner right now. Whenever it comes, it will come, but it's just the way that I see it now is different than the way that I see before, because we have different lives. She did her things, whatever, and I did my own things. The same for you. And be grateful for what you have. I never have a teenage love healthy. I never have a house in a tree. I never have experience where I will be swimming in the pool because I don't know how to swim. And I did never had the chance to be in the beach without any person, like in a space being playing. I never had that. Alone, never. I was mostly with people, family, but like I never had those things. Something that I didn't have was maybe a good childhood. I never had that. I did have a rocket childhood as well. What I did have was the tools to manage all of these things that happened to me. I did have therapy. I did have the hunger for knowing. I did have the new people that I met that were supporting me whenever I needed, just only what I needed. And I did had a good support from a woman before when I needed the most. And so that kind of things will shape you. That doesn't make you, that is not to make you feel bad about me, because it's something that I've been accepting as well. And I never had that person. present, not that much. But yeah, I did have a grandpa. He was like kind of my dad, a little bit. But you really don't know about some things that might be breaking, Google. I feel like Google will be a best resource. Even your house will be a reflection of yourself. Right now, I'm in the time where I've been building, because my lunch is also with me. And the heart chakra is the most easy to fix. The most easiest to fix. Whenever that you have a little blockage, this is a bonus. Set your heart here. You don't need a car, you don't need a ring, you don't need nothing. Just set that. And start to maybe be tickling your heart a little bit, and then maybe whenever that place, and it's okay here. But maybe we'll look at it, maybe we'll touch a little bit, and the feeling that maybe we're having for like beating your heart or raising your heart. Find what makes you be relaxed. Focus on that and just start to be talking in your mind with your heart. Maybe I'm like, why you have to tell me? I promise I won't break it to you anymore. I promise it will be okay. And then you let it go, you breathe, and that's it. You repeat this exercise until you're done with that heart chakra, which is the most important. The rest of that I can explain you, but I'm going to give you more chunks of that information later. Okay? Keep that in mind. Practice as well. I stream my songs. You have my song labeled honest on, as well as my podcast, my manga, and my monkey cozy clothing that I'll be working in on my next design finally. Yes, because we are all tired of the same clothes, I feel that. But it will be something that I do love with my core. And yeah, I hope that you will be ready for that and enjoy that. I will be making for female, not female, I mean male clothing. My clothing. And I will be making for all the orientations. I will be a little bit busy later, but that's all the preview that I have to tell you. As well, my album No Home. Give it a chance, people. Give it a chance. I'm also grateful that all of you were streaming my songs. Really grateful with that. Yeah, that's pretty much that I have to tell you, and I hope that you can enjoy this episode. Maybe reflect a little bit. But anyway, have a good day, Monkyvers. Really appreciate it, and yeah, thanks for that. Have a good day, and don't forget to stream the Voice Behind the Sun Diary. And if you're hearing this from Spotify, give it a rate and comment this episode as well. I will be posting more episodes. I know maybe you can be tired of hearing this, but please follow me on Spotify so my mom finally believes this music career thing is real. Okay, thank you. Bye.